Woody, a return to academy football for your side this weekend and a tough encounter for the boys for their first game back.
Yeah, looking forward to get back into games. We know that the Plymouth are going to give us a good test. They're on top of the league at the moment, so we'll be up against it, but we'll be ready for it, be prepared for it. And the boys are looking forward to getting back into playing some games after the Christmas break.
Well, it will be a tough game. Plymouth have only recorded one loss so far this season, so your side will have to give everything to pick up the 3 points.
Yeah, we know that it'll probably be the toughest league game that we've faced this season so far. We haven't played Plymouth in the league. We know that they've got good players, they're a good side. We'll be prepared for it, but we'll also look forward to getting back into league action again after the couple of cup games that we had before Christmas. And we'll look forward to trying to stay at the top end of the league and putting in a positive performance and seeing if we can get a result against Plymouth tomorrow.
As you mentioned, preparation will be key. So what do you know about Plymouth and what threat will they pose?
They've got a couple of players that have been in and around their first team environment. We do a little bit of research on sort of how they set up and some of the key threats that they've got, and we'll have to be on it against them players individually. As a team, they're quite organised. They don't concede many goals. So we know that with our attacking threats, we're going to have to be on it on the day, and hopefully we can get into positions where we're exciting and threatening their goal.
As you mentioned, you've had a couple of weeks off with the Christmas period and league action as well, but you've been putting the boys through their paces since they've been back to ensure you're ready for tomorrow's challenge.
Yeah, we did have the boys in for a couple of days over Christmas. A lot of our players have been in and around the first team squad and training in games over Christmas as well, due to the numbers in and around the first team. That's been good to keep them on top of their fitness levels. Sometimes a break's good, a bit of a deload for some of the players to refresh, regroup and come back for the second half of the season and push on. Some players don't really like the break, they like to stay on top of things. They've all had an off-season, sort of like mid-season programme as well. So as well as a couple of days that we've had the boys in for training, we've made sure that with Sam that they stay on top of their fitness levels and they're ready to go when we play our first game tomorrow.
New year, that will bring new challenges. So what's the message going back into this game after the boys have had a break from football during the festive period?
Just really to get back into that consistent run that we've been on, putting in positive performances and hopefully good results. And hopefully that starts tomorrow against Plymouth. And then we play Forest Green on the Saturday, and then we've got the FA Youth Cup on the Tuesday back here. So it's an exciting week, a challenging week, straight back into it after the Christmas break. And we look forward to trying to get 3 points and push towards the top end of the table again.
Redmond Evans been on the bench for the first team since Murphy Mahoney's injury, so it's a huge confidence boost for the goalkeeper and also an opportunity for him to bring some of the knowledge from first team training back to the under-18s.
Yeah, hopefully we've got him tomorrow. Not too sure what's going to go on there yet, but he's second choice. First team keeper at the moment. He's been around Mildy in the first team training sessions, which has been great for him. Really good for his development to be pushed and stretched and challenged in that environment. That's what he needs when he's with us. And if we get him back for the game tomorrow, that'll be a great boost for the boys to make sure that we keep that consistency within our back line and back unit, which has been pretty solid and pretty consistent over the season.
So 10 points currently separate your side in third and Plymouth at the top. 3 games in hand on them. So how important is closing the gap tomorrow?
Yeah, due to the weather we had before Christmas and the FA Youth Cup run and the League Cup run, we're catching up on games. Sometimes it is good to have them get them games played and the points on the board, and sometimes it's actually good to be chasing. So we know that what we've got to do. We know we've got to start putting some performances together that gives 3 points and bridge the gap. And we will look forward to the game tomorrow, but we know that bridging that gap will be big for us as a group tomorrow.
You've already mentioned it, your side have got a lot of important games coming up, particularly this week in congestion. So how important is balancing that rest and recovery and ensuring you take each game as it comes?
Yeah, so we'll be ready to go tomorrow. We're fresh, first game back after Christmas, and then Wednesday will be recovery. Thursday, Friday we'll then prepare for Saturday. Saturday then we'll prepare Sunday, and we're back in Monday ready to go again in the FA Youth Cup on Tuesday. So the run's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging for the boys physically, mentally. So they'll have to be ready for that, be prepared off the pitch as well as on the pitch, and hopefully we can start to put in some positive performances.
Best of luck tomorrow.
Cheers, Carl.